It's another installment of Trillium Talk across the Village Media Network and, of course, available wherever you get your favorite podcast. I'm Scott Sexsmith, very pleased to have back with us from our team at the Trillium, reporter Jack Howen. Good to see you, Jack. Welcome back.
Thanks. Great to be here.
Jack, the big story of the week is one that is still developing, and that, of course, is the abrupt closure of the Ontario Science Centre due to what the province is calling some structural issues with the roof. This announcement seemed to come out of nowhere, and Jack, it seems that opposition to the government's decision to close the facility is mounting. What's the latest?
Yeah, it seems like nobody is particularly happy about this decision. The architecture firm that built it has offered its services for free to get the repairs done. The opposition parties have been making hay of it because they know it's a very popular issue. They held two pressers today, one Liberal and one NDP, both outside the Science Centre. You know, cameras had the view of the fence with the private property signs on it in front of this, beloved landmark. And they're keeping up the pressure. And this government has a history of making pretty major U-turns, and they say they're confident that they can get another.
And Bonnie Crombie is promising to appoint a special investigator to investigate Ford's many misdeeds, and she includes the Science Centre on that list. Jack, is there any kind of precedent for this kind of move?
There certainly is, from the Premier himself. He, when he took office, one of the first things he did was to strike a select committee to investigate the financial practices of the previous Wynne government. So time is a flat circle, and what's done to the Liberals will be done to the PCs. And yeah, she's promised a special investigator. She said today she's not sure if it would be adding on to the RCMP's investigation or a retired judge or whatever. But she's confident in getting this done. She defended the move. Some reporters were pressing her on it because a politician handpicking someone to investigate a political opponent, might not be the greatest move depending on where you're standing from. But she said it's an extraordinary situation. There have just been too many scandals, and the public needs clarity, more clarity than the independent officers of the legislature, like the Auditor General and an FAO and Integrity Commissioner, can provide.
All right, we'll see where that goes. Let's shift gears here now, Jack, to the delivery of some social services and some changes that were made to employment programs that up until recently seemed to fly under the radar.
Yeah, so this is a story from back in 2019. The Ford government's been working since then to integrate the employment services of Ontario. So what that means is basically in the old system, if you lost your job in manufacturing or food service or what have you, you go to Employment Ontario. They might help you find another one. If you had some more specialized needs, if you were on social assistance, you might go to ODSP if you were already involved with that program, and they might help you find a job. So what the Ford government wanted to do and has been working to do is to kind of bring those streams together, to modernize it. They say it'll streamline things. And a big part of that is outcomes-based funding for the service managers that are actually deploying this program.
And certainly, Jack, one of the alarming parts of this report that the government didn't want released is that those running the program are now being incentivized to help the most employable first, meaning many are sadly being left behind.
Yeah, so there was this report that was commissioned by the government. It was an independent third-party report that took a look at the early stages of the implementation of these changes in the COVID era during lockdowns and whatnot. And that was released to the government in 2023, but it was never released to the public. And so Maytree, this charity human rights organization, they FOI'd it and released it. And it details some of the ways that it wasn't working back then. So it's a little out of date now, but it details some important issues, and chief among them probably is this change where the Ford government has created these middleman organizations, these system service managers, they're called, to actually deploy these programs And these SSMs, they only get a big chunk of funding, performance-based funding, if the job seekers that they help end up working 20 hours a week. So you can see anyone who's running one of these SSMs, the motivation is get everyone who can work, who can easily slot into a job working, and we get more money. So that means, according to this report, according to the perception of public servants working in the ministries, that a lot of these system service managers are not doing as much as might have been done previously for people who need more specialized help.
And Jack, just out of curiosity, did the government say why they opted not to release the report?
Not to me, no, but in a memo to stakeholders, they said they gave an overview of the report that cherry picked some of the good stuff. The report said, and they said, we can't release the full thing because it's been a long time since the dates that they were actually looking at. Going from like 2021 to 2023, programs have changed and improved since then. And, it was done during COVID and everything was all messed up. So it can't be, the lessons learned, it said, can't be, generally applied.
For the most comprehensive coverage of Ontario politics anywhere, log on and become a Trillium Insider today. And you can do just that at thetrillium.ca. Reporter Jack Cowan. Thanks for this, Jack. Have a great week. Happy Canada Day.
You too, Scott. Thanks.